Hi, this video is with my sniper Teanir, and I'm playing Virulent, which is the old lethality spec. So it's got the new ability Lethal Shot, which is a replacement for Snipe, and then Weakening Blast and Laze Target have changed a bit, but I'll talk about them probably when I get to them. So here I was just going to mid, as usual. It's always a good idea to look ahead though at the other team and look at what they do. So here I spotted two guys going over to Snow, and with the help of the predation from one of our marauders, went over to Snow to help the Juggernaut that had gone there. So now it's a good idea to start with Vital Shot instead of Corrosive Grenade, because it's the Corrosive Grenade that does the dot spreading. Whereas before I'd like to start with the Corrosive Grenade because it's AoE. So here getting my target acquired and lays target up before using the Coal, some big damage on the sword. Making sure to interrupt Innovate. It's the most important hill to interrupt from them. So these two were a healer and a tank combo, and the most important thing to note when you're fighting a healer and a tank is that you want to separate the tank from the healer, so that the healer doesn't have the benefit of guard, and I get a good example of that later. So again, interrupting Innovate there, some bad positioning on my part with my Coal, and then stunning the Juggernaut to interrupt his Ravage.
Enemy has seized the gun battery.
So I was about to cast Coal there, but the Juggernaut just dropped down. So here I was hoping to interrupt, or to separate the tank and the Sork, but I got pushed, then got in between them, got the push there, and set up my damage on the Sword and leg shot the Juggernaut to keep him out of that guard range, interrupting the Innovate again, and I lays target Cold off there, and he's so near to kill him, he just gets his bubble off with, I think it was about 1k health there. So we were very close. That was the right idea, to separate the tank and the healer, so that you can kill them more easily. So here they were separated again, so I wanted to leg shot the Juggernaut, but he leapt, so I managed to get in between them again and interrupt, and push back rather. I tried to leg shot the Sork here, and it deflected unfortunately, so that was a bit of a shame. Just rolled here to get back into position, and whilst they've been separated, the other two guys on my team had managed to finish off the Jug. So that's two good examples of separating the healer from the tank, just to get rid of the benefits of guard, which make it a lot harder to kill the healer. Then as I run back to mid, it's a good idea to check behind you to see if your team does actually cap the turret, which I don't actually do there.
Turret firing on Reaper Squad's ship. Well done.
So another healer turned up. I was pretty confident I'd be able to burst down the healer because he wasn't kiting me or anything or running around the walls, but so I just flashbanged the second healer and had another go at this one. With the help from this Juggernaut. That was a good pull, separating the healer from our Juggernaut, but Juggernaut just left. So I was really out of position here. I was standing with my back to their spawn point, which is never really a good idea, so just dotted everyone on my way back to our side of the map. Just knocking back the Juggernaut there. If I'd been paying attention I could have leg shotted him to make sure he didn't leap after me. Then this is a pretty decent spot to stand. If I just was a bit to my left, a bit closer to the staircase, I'll probably annotate that in. That's a really good place to stand. Gives you a good line of sight. So here again, interrupting Innovate. Didn't mean to buff myself there, I was trying to hit Laze target. I got the Laze target, cull off there, and with the help of some other guys on my team got the healer down. So on to the next healer. So our healer, the operative, was doing a really good job of surviving here with hardly any health. But eventually went down when he ran out of guard range. So we're beginning to make good progress at this point at mid, just managing to kill a few of them. They had people respawning, but we were beginning to take control here, making use of my 40-meter interrupt, which which I don't think I'll have when I get the new set bonus, but anyway. The 4 Storm's a really big ability to interrupt, especially if your team's grouping up, because it does crazy amounts of damage at the moment. Just means they can't spam it, because they can't use it for another 4 seconds after you interrupt them. So getting another target acquired, lays target cull off, and doing some nice big damage. Getting my lethal shot off inside the weakening blast. 10 seconds. So here I was in the middle of a cull, but saw chat and saw there was 2 at snow, so it's way more important to go over to the turret than it is to finish whatever ability you're using, whether it be like Master Strike or anything. Just don't wait for it to finish, quickly run over to the turret to help out. So here using my entrench to make sure I can get CC'd. The general was trying to line of sight me around that turret, but I just put down my optical strike so I knew it would interrupt him. Putting down my diversion, I was face tanking a bit here, a bit too much, but just used my knockback. I have to say I do really like the new diversion, it's a lot more useful than the old one. So one thing I don't really do very well in this match is I don't use Shatter Shot at all. It's one of those abilities I always forget to use when I come back to my sniper after a long time. But against healers it's especially useful because of that 20% heal debuff. And my positioning was fairly terrible at this point. I was kind of standing in the middle of the platform, which you don't really want to do, because when they finally came to focusing me, I didn't really have anywhere to go, whereas if I'd been standing down below the platform, like in one of my Dirty Fighting or Ruffian videos, I can't remember what it was, you have a lot better chance of kiting and stuff. You can apply your dots from below the platform. So using my roll and my entrench for the speed boost. I was just marking the healer here. It's bound to U, which BioWare found to opening up strongholds. So I need to rebind that. So here I left it a bit fine. I think I was just trying to find my H key on the keyboard for my roll. But just about managed to interrupt. Here I take no damage for like 3 seconds because of diversion and evasion. That pretty much allows you to face tank for 3 to 5 seconds, which is really useful. So I should have used entrench there for the speed boost. I had a few seconds left on my leg shot cooldown. When I did eventually use it, it got deflected. And then I died by the time I used my pushback. But someone on our team had gone over to grass at this point and managed to cap it, which was good. We were losing snow, but we gained grass instead. It was a shame that our team, the people at mid, didn't actually respond to the incoming call at snow, which had been in chat for several minutes. So I saw that our guy over there had died, and there was no time for me to get there and interrupt, so I just went back to mid. If I'd actually been paying attention to chat, I would have noticed that there'd been an incoming call for grass. There were 2 of them, and you can even see that on my screen, just over to the right. I think I'll put an arrow there or something. But I carried on fighting at mid. We did have another guy going over there, so it was 2v2. But it would have been a good idea to go and help out. We finally managed to clear mid. It's not a bad idea just to throw down some AoE where you think there might be a stealther, because there was one here, but he didn't manage to interrupt us in time. So we finally had 2 turrets. It took us a while, but we got there in the end. In this point, I did actually finally go over to grass and help out, because they had quite a few people over there on the other team. the two guys on our team had done a really good job delaying them because we hadn't been paying attention to chat. So that was a good push there from the Jug, just separating me. I got stunned and didn't manage to get back into cover before I got leapt to. So just put my entrench up and push the Juggernaut away. I didn't have my leg shot to keep him at distance. So as soon as he got near, I flashbanged him. That doesn't break dots because of the talent you get. I'll annotate that in lethality, or virulence rather. So just reapplying my dots and culling him, and as soon as he gets near, roll away. I went for the leg shot, but it deflected. And then just preparing for him getting close to me, put my diversion down and got into entrench. I should have hit my shield probe instead of my cover cross there because he was white barred, but still getting some good damage on him whilst most of his stuff was missing because of my diversion. And then that was a talent I was expecting to as well, the pushback on the final tick from series of shots, which is actually really useful. It's especially useful in marksman, but still quite useful in the other spots as well. Then once again, as soon as he gets near me, I roll. I made a slight mistake back there. I culled him without having any dots on him, so that was a slight lapse of concentration on my part. But we got him down in the end. So this probably wasn't the best target to go for. I should have gone to someone that was standing in the group and wasn't a tank, so I got my dot spread off. And here I should have used entrench when I saw the operative clearly running towards me. Often if a healer's running towards you, it's generally because they want to stun you. So just trying to reposition there to make sure I could continue attacking the healer. And then once again just putting down my diversion on top of me so that if any melee come into my 4 meter range, then most of their attacks will miss, or at least lots more of them. So interrupting the Ravage with the stun, and then getting back into cover a split second before the stun ends to make sure I can't get leapt to. You can look at the debuff bar, I'll probably annotate that in as well. So we're stabilising here at this point. We've kind of pushed them back away from the turret, and we have plenty of people over here to defend. So there's been a change to Weakening Blast I mentioned at the beginning of the video, which means that you take, the other person takes extra damage inside that 10-second window when poison effects are applied to them, and that includes your new sniper replacement. Just quickly interrupting the Marauder there with a rifle shot because instant damage and dots don't interrupt caps. Leg shotting and then rolling away. So that's some pretty good kiting. And here, this is what I was talking about being down below the platform to apply your dots. Makes it a lot easier to kite people. But as I was saying about lethal shot, you want to ideally use it inside your Weakening Blast 10-second window because it applies poison damage, which will do some extra damage to the other guy. If you've got nothing else, you can use it outside a Weakening Blast window. It's just best used with Weakening Blast up. And the Juggernaut was just trying to run away there, so I just stunned him to make sure he couldn't. And we'd stabilised here. We had too many people over at grass. We had, I think it was 5 of us here, and only 2 of the other team, so we needed to send people back over to mid because they were starting to call in coming in chat. So just making sure I keep checking the turret because it's behind me. Don't want anyone to sneak past and cap it. It's always embarrassing when that happens. So here I was in enough distance, or I was close enough to the turret that I could roll and still interrupt it. Unless there were 2 people to stop me. And also I had my entrench at this point for the extra speed boost if I needed it. So I get stuck defending here. I'll probably skip through some of it, but there's one thing I want to talk about first. When you're in cover as a sniper, you get a passive ability at level 10 called Spotter, which increases your stealth detection by 30 levels. And there's a video I'm going to post in the description which shows you how far away you can see stealth people. But the general gist of it is that straight in front of you within a 45-degree cone, you can see people from like 25 meters plus. So if you're a stealther, you don't want to be approaching someone, a sniper head on. You want to come behind them. So behind they can literally get within, I think it's 3 to 4 meters with sneak up before you can see them, even when you have that those 30 stacks up. So here I see the guy because he's not sneaking, and he was to the side of me, not behind me, so I could easily see him. But I think I'll try and annotate some images on there to show where exactly you can see people from. So he broke there and used evasion, which is a good thing to know. It's always a good idea to keep track of when people use their stun breakers. Just using my shiv there for the extra speed boost to reposition to somewhere where he couldn't line of sight me. If I had been paying attention to his stun breaker, as I said before, I could have just flashbanged him and set up a lethal shot or something. So he only had 3k health left, so that would have finished him off. But in the end, got him down anyway with the help of this Juggernaut and my roll. And that's about it for this game, I think. So I just pre-type incoming grass, which wasn't really necessary since I only had 10 points left. So I got top damage here. I wasn't even concentrating on spreading dots. If I had been, I could have got much higher. But it's generally best to try and kill people rather than get the highest damage. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And subscribe if you want to get notifications whenever I upload videos. My exams will soon be over. Thursday's my last one, so hopefully I'll be able to pick up the pace with my video upload rate. So thanks for watching.